Sometime today, without realizing it, you copied someone. Maybe you crossed your arms when the person across from you crossed theirs. Maybe your voice dropped to match a quieter tone in the room. Maybe you laughed a half second after someone else laughed, not because you found it funny, but because your body simply followed. You had no idea it was happening. And that is exactly the point. This behavior has a name. Researchers call it mirroring, or more precisely, the chameleon effect. And it is one of the oldest, most quietly powerful forces shaping every social interaction you have ever had. In 1999, the psychologists Tanya Chartrand and John Bargh published one of the most elegant experiments in modern social psychology. They had participants sit with a stranger and hold a simple conversation. The stranger was a researcher trained to rub their face, shake their foot, and touch their ear at certain intervals. What Chartrand and Bargh found was that participants unconsciously mimicked these behaviors without any awareness they were doing it. Not sometimes, consistently, across subjects. The body was running a program the conscious mind had no access to. But here is what made it stranger. When the trained stranger deliberately mirrored the participant instead, participants liked them more afterward. They rated the interaction as smoother and felt a stronger sense of connection. The mirror was not just reflecting, it was bonding. So why does your brain do this automatically? Before language existed, understanding whether someone was friend or threat happened through posture, rhythm, and movement. An aligned stance and matched breathing rate signaled safety. Your ancestors who produced these signals built stronger alliances and survived more crises. Mirroring was social currency long before words were. The neuroscientist Giacomo Rizzolatti discovered a physical explanation in the 1990s. While studying motor neurons in macaque monkeys, his team found that certain neurons fired not only when the monkey performed an action, but when it watched someone else do the same. These became known as mirror neurons. Rizzolatti proposed a similar system exists in humans, the neural foundation of empathy itself. When you watch someone wince in pain, a version of that pain maps in your own brain. You do not just observe other people, you inhabit their movements. Mirroring magnifies this. When you unconsciously copy someone's posture, you run their physical experience inside your own body. They feel understood. You begin to feel something closer to what they feel. The gap between two nervous systems narrows in real time. This is also why mirroring breaks down under stress. When you are anxious or focused on managing your own performance, the unconscious mimicry slows or stops. Therapists and negotiators have known this for decades. A sudden interruption in mirroring is often the first sign that rapport has broken. A good listener is almost always, without knowing it, a good mirror. So why don't you notice any of this happening? Because it is not processed by the part of your brain that narrates your experience. The regions driving mirroring operate below conscious awareness, in motor and limbic systems that evolved long before the prefrontal cortex arrived to explain your behavior. Your body is maintaining social bonds in the background while your conscious mind is busy with conversation. Every mirrored posture, every matched laugh, every unconsciously borrowed gesture is your nervous system saying something that predates language entirely. So the next time you catch yourself leaning the same way as the person across from you, do not correct it. That is not imitation. That is your oldest self reaching out, doing exactly what it was built to do.